Okay, Assalamualaikum. I won't say ni dah take ke berapa untuk video ni. So I thought the topic was simple, but it turns out it's not simple. But let me attempt to make it simple. But anyway, you know, dalam our life dalam this 21st century ni, speed, means a lot of things to I think almost everybody. Hence, if you lose like speed and you fall back or fall behind to a lot of things, everything kena cepat lah. You wanna cepat sampai your destination, you wanna cepat get that pay raise, nak masak cepat, nak makan cepat, nak shopping cepat, nak menghabiskan duit cepat, everything nak cepat. Nak grad nak cepat kan. Okay, anyway, but not everything dia punya value tu is based on cepat or lambat. Okay, so not what I'm saying is not everything is weighed on speed. Okay, so if you pernah dengar this thing quick to judge, okay, so kalau you tengok judge yang kat mahkamah tu, dia orang pun tak quick to judge. Cases takes months and years to settle because there are many elements that they need to look into. But in our everyday life, of course certain things memang kena, how to say, you have to respond quickly. Like, for example, in a traffic light junction, you have to respond quickly. What I'm saying is, this habit of being quick to judge, kita tengok orang ni macam ni, oh kita quick to judge and we are always judging. So if you notice that is a trait or a behaviour yang you yourself is trending, ataupun you notice other people doing that, whether to you or to other people, that speaks volume of that person rather than the person he or she is judging. Faham tak? Okay. So yeah, that's my main point basically. So bagi orang yang tak biasa kena judge ni, and it takes maturity, experience and also ilmu or knowledge, that when somebody judges them, it is very, it's very easy to fall to that judgment. It is very easy to fall to that judgment because especially so when we when we base our value, our self-esteem, self-respect on those external validation lah. So another point I wanna share with you is that if you have the ability, and this is not a natural ability, but you have to learn it and experience it to a certain extent, learn the skill or ability to not be quick to judge, is that it will save us, in the long run. Because people yang quick to judge ni, sometimes it just portrays them as being not happy, not content with everything, anything, anyone. So like I said, macam tadi, it portrays more about them than other people. Tapi for our own selves, for example, somebody does something which is against our philosophy, our belief and value system, it is very easy for us to feel offended, belittled, and sometimes to the extent kita rasa, oh, we need to go on the offensive, kena attack balik because tak setuju ni. So hence, but at the same time, another concept which I apply, for example, if I want to say, bring certain people to to positivity, then it has to come from me. I mean, like, because for example I'm the subject matter now, then I have to show that, I have to say that, and show that through my behavior. So if I go to the offensive, then rather than attracting that person to goodness or positivity, then the chances is that you will be repelling, you'll be, yeah, that person will just run away. So in the end, just habis macam tu je lah. So yeah, so that is one point, another point to this topic. So additionally, okay, so I took this course back in uni. It's called Methods of Dakwah. Dakwah means preach, okay? And everybody does preaching, right? Especially when you're sending out positive, good message and bringing goodness to everyone. Okay, so there are a certain like knowledge area and skills where which makes you an effective, preacher ke, ataupun which makes you attractive or acceptable to the people who you reach out to. So one of the things which I remember from that course is that to attract people to goodness and positivity, it starts from you, okay? Because what you impart is not just the technical knowledge bit, but also the value which comes with it. So if you are attracting people to positivity, you attract them with sweetness, kindness, softness, and not the opposite. Because when you do the opposite, instead of attracting them, you're just basically pushing them away. So what happened recently, which basically triggered me to have this topic, well, somebody said something related to my religion, and it was just like against, how to say, I disagreed, okay? So but because it was like so into my face, and I didn't feel I was in the position to like being offensive or defensive, so I just kept quiet. But at the same time, going back to the main topic, I wasn't quick to judge. So again, so the topic is not about the other topics I just mentioned, but it's going back to being not quick to judge. Okay, because at least in my belief, first I have to respect everyone, of course, and secondly, it's not within my power or capacity to see or foresee what is the potential of this person. Okay, so since the topic was on faith or belief, then I wouldn't know what is the potential or capacity of this person's faith. Okay, so yeah, so that is the basis of my, how to say, my opinion lah. So hence I cannot be quick to judge when I see, for example, okay, in Islam it says yes, both men and women have to dress modestly, but just because somebody doesn't dress modestly, it's not in my position to be quick to judge, because I don't know eventually this person will end up macam mana. Maybe even better than like myself, and na'udzubillah, I wouldn't know how I would end up later on. So I'm not in position to judge. So you respect, and of course I always dua and best wishes for everyone. That is one thing. And then yeah, so that is at least one, how to say, one context I can share with you guys, to so that we don't be quick to judge other people. And then the other area is that okay, this one is really in relation to social pressure. social pressure or tradition pressure, family pressure, where like you are supposed to act certain way, as long as it doesn't go against your your faith or your core values and belief lah. Okay, so when you are pressured to act certain ways, and you, how to say, how some people, you just do things just because. Okay, so that's my basis now. So when you don't go with the social punya expectation, there will be pressure. Whether it's from your whoever lah, from your family ke, from your peer pressure, for you to act certain way, just to fit in, just to follow the social punya, what's the word, storyline, so that you sort of like fit in. So when you don't fit in, from the eyes from the others who's I know it's getting deep, this topic, hold on. So when you don't fit in, so this one I'm talking about the social norm lah, so for example, in India, right, they're very strong with their caste system, system kasta, you can't marry apa nama ni, outside the caste, because you wanna jaga your heritage, your line, or I'm not sure what. Okay, so that is the situation in India, which apparently from a friend who he informed me. Yeah, it's still ongoing in India, but in Malaysian context, so that system is not relevant, because I'm not sure, for historical reason or what, or practical reason, it's not, say, like as strong or as relevant compared to how it is in India currently. Okay, so basically same thing, but it's valued differently. So when you get a society or even like family who are quick to judge just because you don't follow the normal traditional or social norm, or the social storyline. Okay, after study, grad, lepas tu cari kerja, lepas tu kahwin, and then we always have this discussion, like how family members always ask you, okay, dah kerja ke belum, and then dah kahwin ke belum, dah ada anak ke belum, dah ada cucu ke belum. Same thing, if you don't fit in into the social punya plot, life story plot, whatever you call it, some people, if not all, will question lah. So to a certain point, it can be an annoyance. It can be a start to many other issues. Okay, but anyway, what I'm getting at is that if you already know, especially what you're doing, what you're planning, and okay, you're going to pursue it anyway, but like what you're going to pursue takes time, because you want to plan. Contoh plan nak build a family, or plan build a house to achieve your career goals. Of course, benda tu akan take time and involves a lot of patience too. But because some key people in your life do not have patience with you, and they feel that if you don't speed up certain things in your life, they typically will have a judgment on you, saying like you're not competent, or in that matter or in that line, and it can be anything. So I think I'm running out of examples already. So yelah, so kalau you tak kahwin cepat, okay, so you're not getting like the positive encouragement, rather it's an encouragement to the negative punya form lah. Okay, so something like that. So again, speed is not everything. Certain things needs time. Certain things is an actual process itself. You nak buat cake pun kena step by step by step. Yeah. So the value, or why you want to eat a cake, but the value of just buying a cake from 7-Eleven compared to baking one yourself can be different for you. Hence, again, speed is not everything. So that brings me to this quote. Not that I disagree with it, but it can be macam a paradox juga if depending which perspective you're taking it from. So it's by Bruce Lee. It's quite famous, kan? Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. Be water, my friend. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, so the paradox is despite the social pressure, peer pressure you're getting in any areas of life, but if you're really focused and you really know your thing and you're going to pursue anyway, no matter what pressure it is, you will maintain your form. You won't fall in, fall out, and follow the form of those pressures, whether it's society or whether it's family or your peers, for example. You will stick to your form, because what Bruce Lee didn't say is that what happens when the water is exposed to the sun, it evaporates. What happens to water when you put it in a freezer, it freezes. So how do you be water, my friend? Okay, so how to be water, my friend, is to be yourself, and to have your own standards which you strongly believe and hold on to, while it's easier said than done. If, for example, your value system, your faith system has those elements which grounds you, pulls you back, then that should, in theory and in practical, really strengthen yourself. Meaning let you be yourself, because you do not depend too much, or you do not depend on external validation to say whether you're competent or not. You have your own basis, values, belief, which which motivates you to continue the course you are on. Yeah, it sounds simple, but yeah. So like me, how I can relate to that, whatever I just said, is that I believe certain things is actually not to say a system, is a process that you have to respect. It goes step by step by step. You can't go to step 5 without going 2, 3, 4. So those takes time, and I have the patience to go through the process, because I believe in the end result that I'm going for. Just like how a judge would make a decision on a case. Banyak benda you have to factor in, and I mentioned just now, some cases takes in the setting of that, they take months and years to come to a final judgment. So do not fall in for these people who are quick to judge, because they don't understand your value system. And unfortunately, that most times it's not even in your place to make them understand your value and system.